Oh, sorry, this ain't that kind of video. What's up, guys? This is ItsADemi, and we're back again with YourFutureKing for the third time this evening.
Oh, hey, what's up?
So far we've got almost an hour of videos explaining human rights and the necessities of the average utopian citizen.
Touching a little bit
on the necessities.
On some of the non-necessities, you mean? Touch a little bit on some of the...
We really just explained necessities. We didn't even go into luxuries.
That's what I'm saying. We touched a tiny bit on some of the luxuries.
A little bit, but...
Like...
for this video, we're going to go a little bit more in depth with the luxuries. We ended up taking too much time focusing on the necessities. We didn't really get we didn't have enough time to really explain the luxuries and what constitutes a luxury. So in this video, well, mostly he will be explaining what constitutes a luxury, and I'll be providing commentary on that, as any good interviewer does.
And hopefully keep us in one direction, and not the band. I don't want to be a part of that. I might abolish boy bands. Just...
Please.
I really, really personally want to, but so many little girls would be sad. And little girls deserve their happiness.
Show those little girls Metallica, and I guarantee you they will get over it. The only reason girls even listen to boy bands is because they grew up thinking that metal and hard rock was for boys. You don't have 80-year-old women listening to fucking boy bands. They're listening
to classical
Journey.
Old music.
They're listening to fucking Journey, Bon Jovi, the good shit.
They're listening to their generation.
Okay, I mean like 50-year-olds, not 80. Alright, so luxuries. We touched a little bit on like clothing. Extra clothing is a luxury. You'll be provided a certain amount, but extra clothing will be a luxury, and we went kind of with how the supply is going to be, what it'll be like to get the clothing. So let's go a little bit more in depth on luxuries. Since in rural areas, people will, a vehicle of some sort is a necessity, what are we looking at for those living in the Citadel? Can they get?
Yeah. Someone in a Citadel can purchase any vehicle they want with their luxury points. That they have to use their luxury points, so they're going to have to decide what else they don't.
They have transportation provided for them, so they have to actually spend their credits to get personal transportation.
Yeah, so if you want a really souped up badass car because you like to drive really fast places, then there'll be places for that, and you will be able to buy
an entire floor of the Citadel as big as the city where you can just fucking...
Well, there will be racing areas designated just for people who want to drive a bunch.
For Paul Walkers and Vin Diesels out there.
For them, yeah. And your car might not necessarily have wheels. You might have hover cars and or flying cars.
I mean, a lot of things are possible with a perpetual motion engine because it won't be an issue of can the battery handle the load.
If I myself am able to learn how to fly myself, then... later, eventually, you people might, so you might just be flying on your own.
You'll have to pay for it.
You might just be...
Because that's seriously a luxury. That's real luxury.
But that's training that you learn yourself. But that kind of training, you have to make the time for.
Right. And
either you're training to be a guardian, or you just have a lot of free time after you do whatever your regular job is. Which you might just be a person who works at a regular store, and then on your free time you work out a bunch and you train for your own amusement, and you don't want to be a fighter and you don't want to be a guardian, you just want to be strong, and you might want to do some cool stuff.
I'm notorious for getting off topic, but when I think of a question I have to ask it, or I'm going to forget it by the time we get to a video where we can actually go over this sort of thing. Right. But now, will people be able to go in business for themselves? Like, someone start a dojo where they can start teaching people the secret hidden things within the level of training that they have, like a 5 times gravity dojo where you've already mastered 5 times gravity, now come here to learn either how to fight better or some secret things that I bet you didn't know you could do with this kind of training.
Right. After you've done your 7 to 10, whatever I decided, your 10 years of
tenure. I didn't say 10 years. Whatever the tenure becomes. after
I'm
you've done
probably
your 10 years?
probably gonna be 10 years anyways, but it might be 7. I might shorten it just a little bit. Working for Utopia, doing whatever job you're best suited for, you can do whatever job you want. You can make your own business, so long as it's not something completely, absolutely worthless. Like I sell
beaded jewelry. No one buys that shit. And you're wearing 2 beaded jewelry necklaces.
I made one of them. Said I didn't buy the other one.
Oh yeah, someone else did.
So,
But still.
well, I
As
mean,
long
that,
as it's not like a completely pointless,
that kind of
trivial
stuff,
thing, that really doesn't matter.
it's just going to be beaded jewelry. That's just going to be included in pretty much every fucking clothing store, anyways. The cheap stuff like that,
Accessories.
it's not going to be a big deal. But like, if you have an idea that you want to try out, and there's not a market for it yet, you might make that market. But that's going to be on you to do, and you're going to do all the work, and you're going to do it. And then if people like it, then we might do something else with it in Utopia. That it'll come down to a vote, and it'll be people are deciding we want more of this.
And of course, acclimating the right people for that job. And
Yeah.
picking the people who are best suited for that.
But that's after you've done done your thing. After that, you can do whatever you want, and as long as you're not wasting space.
So people will be able to, like, not so much rent shops, but like basically rent shops, just without actually rent.
Just open, just a place, and just like, okay, we'll allocate you this space to do what you want to do with it, and as long as it's suited for what you need.
Yeah. Well, that kind of counts as luxury. I just wanted to ask.
Yeah.
It popped into my head, and I had to ask it before we got to. Otherwise, I would have forgot by the time we got to a video where it mattered.
Well, yeah, that kind of stuff is extremely important because if you don't have that, then we won't be getting further.
It's just a little bit outside the topic that I want this my video to focus on. It.
Well, what I mean is that kind of stuff is important for Utopia to have people wanting to do something other than what their job is originally. And if you can find the time to do it on your own, you can do hobbies and stuff.
Right.
And
It's just got to be in your own free time.
It just has to be in your own free time until you've.
And you might not exactly have a decent clientele because they can only participate in their free time.
Yeah.
So it's better to wait out your tenure and then do it after that. But regardless, people will be able to go into business for themselves. The people who really like to do like their own small businesses, like little mom and pop shops.
They can, and they will be given the same iris scanner that any other store automatically has. But they're not making any actual money for themselves.
Right.
It's just calculating what people are.
It's just keeping people. It's calculating what people want and keeping people from just
getting everything.
Yeah.
But
getting something from a shop.
Basically, when somebody goes up and they buy something out of your shop that you've made after you've already retired from doing what you want to do, all you're doing is categorizing what people are buying and letting your utopian government know that what you're selling is worth people's time because people are coming to actually get it.
Right. So more shops can open up like that.
Yeah. So
of course, that provides competition for you, but since you're not making money off of it, there's really no competition.
It's just another location where someone can go with its closer.
Right.
Or different.
It's more for convenience, and it's not so much competition because no one's making money off of this shit. See, that's the biggest problem with now. Just money. But anyway, back to the topic at hand, luxuries.
Alright, other things that would be considered luxuries.
Now, mostly I want to focus on things that people think are necessities, that they just have to have, that are actually luxuries. Because, I mean, we all know that a luxury is anything that you don't have to live.
Which, technically is supposed to be stuff like phones and shit. But now that the way we have our society set up, you can't be part of society and not have that.
And really, the way Utopia is going to be kind of set up, internet and phones and computers are going to be a necessity because you might be living in this citadel while your family and friends are living in another one because they're best suited for work that's in that citadel.
Yeah. Your family situations can alter where you're placed. Like, if you request, all of your family can all live in the same house, or if you don't, you can live wherever the fuck you want to live. It doesn't matter. It's all based on individual preference.
Because it really is a society by, for, and of the people.
Yeah.
Which is the best kind of society.
And your job doesn't necessarily have to be here. You might be best suited for this job, but you're next best suited for this job, and if this job is the one you'd rather have, and
you're best suited for this one, but it's going to send you way over here. You're also suited for this one if you want to take this one so you can stay here. That's cool.
Yeah, and if as long as we can fill your spot with someone else who's also qualified. If you're the absolutely most qualified person for this job on this planet,
the entire fucking planet,
and there's no one even close to coming a good second, then we need you doing that, and then you're getting on.
But we're going to compensate you for it, too.
You are going to, well, of course, everybody's getting compensated for their shit,
but I mean, not so much like a pay increase, but
well,
you'll have a couple extra luxuries provided for you.
The only person who would live like in say someone lives in a mansion. The only way you'd live in a mansion in Utopia is if you're a guardian, because you're living at the very, very top of the citadel and you're watching over everyone in that citadel.
The only reason you've got a mansion, in a manner of speaking, is to have room for all the fucking cameras.
it's because you're living up at the top and you're watching over everyone.
Right.
And that's your job, so you got a little bit of a bigger space, because your job is to protect everyone in this entire area with your massive muscles. And to keep the peace and make sure...
and key blasts.
Yeah.
Massive muscles and key blasts.
And to make sure nobody does anything stupid. But someone else who's not a guardian could have a large, expansive place to themselves, but only if, like, everyone in their area all voted for that. Like, if someone was, like, say, 70 or 80 years old, and everybody who they'd interacted with their entire lives had been helped, and these people would get together and be like, we vote that so-and-so gets to live out the rest of his days in whatever mansion he wants. And then he can go, and then he'd be like, oh, thank you guys, you all love me that much, and it would be a great honor to him. And he's worked real hard all his life, and he'll go live out the rest of his days in a mansion. But most people will just live in whatever the minimum necessary place will be. Every house, minimally, one bathroom for every occupant. And a bathroom for public people. If you have
guests, you'll have a bathroom designated for guests.
Yeah, there's a guest bathroom, and then a bathroom for each individual bedroom. Is how it should be, how I would like it set up.
Right.
So if you live in a house with just you and your wife, then you have one bedroom and two bathrooms. You have your private bathroom, and then the one in case you have guests over, they can use that bathroom, and they're not going to your private bathroom. And those are your minimum. Now, if you want to spend extra money for an extra bathroom to be installed in your house, you can, and that's a luxury.
Absolutely. While bathrooms are a necessity, anything more than the bare minimum is a luxury.
And the bare minimum we're giving you is more than what you're already getting.
Bare minimum, every household will have at least 2 bathrooms.
Right, so that's more than a lot of houses nowadays have. Well, some houses only have one bathroom.
Right.
Still, in America.
Like, the house I live in currently, it had only one bathroom before we remodeled it.
Yeah.
We moved the washer and dryer up and put in another bathroom because there was fucking 5 of us. And one bathroom, not gonna cut it.
Right, and in Utopia, you would each have your own bedroom and your own bathroom, so you would have 6 toilets in your house.
Right.
But also in Utopia, you probably wouldn't be living together because you don't like your family, so you'd be living on your own, and it wouldn't be a problem.
Be on his own, he'd have me.
It's still, you'll still only have 2 bathrooms.
I might have some friends that stay with me and shit, but for the most part, I'd be doing my own thing.
I mean,
family.
if in Utopia you do want a room with your friends in a commune type thing, you can, and that's up to you if you like that kind of constant companionship. But other people might want to just live by themselves and visit their friends. That's also your prerogative. You know, it's all what you want to do. Let's see, what else can we talk about? These luxury
weapons. What about weapons? I mean, we've kind of gone over it a little bit. I mean, all weapons are obviously a luxury, but. Will people be provided with a single weapon just for in case they are thrown into a coliseum for civil disputes, or
in a coliseum? There's already going to be weapons around.
So you can just pretty much pick your weapon from the coliseum.
You pick your weapon. Weapon is going to be not required, but kind of.
I mean, we've discussed that basically, if it takes skill to use, you'll be allowed to have it.
Yeah.
But we haven't really discussed.
It's going to be encouraged. I expect people, when Utopia is built, to just everybody be walking around armed. You don't have to if you don't want to. If you don't like weapons, don't.
But the fact of the matter is, if almost everyone's walking around armed, odds are, if you try and pick a fight with somebody, they're going to be armed.
Yeah. But see, if you're getting in a fight, your fight is a duel if it's
not to the death.
A mutual agreed fight, and you're fighting over just to see
property, to see who's better.
Just to see who's better.
The property disputes would probably be.
It's going to be in the Coliseum. If there's a legal matter to it at all, it's going to the Coliseum. So if you have a dispute with someone, if there's anger involved, you're going to the Coliseum, and then the rules will be set there, and the weapons will be picked there, and anything you decide will all happen in the Coliseum.
Agreed upon by both parties.
Yeah, and in a duel, a friendly duel can only take place at. I mean, they can take place in or outside of Coliseum. Non-friendly duels cannot take place outside of the Coliseum. So there won't be any fighting with somebody. If you walk into somebody...
Only friendly duels on the street, any kind of duel in the Coliseum.
If you're walking down the street and this guy pisses you off and you think you're going to pull out your weapon and fight him, then you just broke the law, and whoever...
Guardian's coming down
your
from
guardian or the sheriff or the ranger, depending on where you're at, will show up and stop your shit because you're doing something you're not supposed to be doing.
Right. All right, ladies, let's take this to the Coliseum.
You're not doing your business in the designated area.
Right.
So you shouldn't have any problems with someone walking around carrying weapons, and you're not. You shouldn't be worried about if you're in a citadel not being armed. Now, if you're going between citadels in a rural area where
it's mandatory to carry a weapon out in the Badlands.
Not mandatory.
You don't have
it's
to,
not mandatory, but it's very smart. If you don't,
highly encouraged.
If you're going out into the Badlands and you're not armed, then you're probably going to die because you're stupid.
Now, the good news for all those out there who are like, yeah, but we need to be armed with the same thing as them because we can't fight them if we're not on equal terms. Well, no one's going to have automatic weapons, and everything's going to be either semi-automatic or bladed, so if you feel comfortable facing a gun down with just a katana, go out into the Badlands with a katana. Cool. Sniper rifles take skill to use, so you might be picked off before you get close enough.
Yeah, you might. Sniper rifles, those are a little bit, but...
Well, I mean, close range are really worthless, so...
Yeah, but I mean, if you said that you don't have to be in a citadel to shoot somebody in a citadel with a sniper rifle. You could be.
Well, there's going to be an area outside. It's going to.
Yeah.
There will be.
It'll be protected, but still.
There will be a certain area outside the citadel where it's still under citadel rules before you get to the Badlands.
The sniper rifles, I don't know that they really have a place in the utopian society because they're really meant for. They're really meant for a wartime type of thing where you're picking off sentries and that type of thing.
People living in the Badlands, though, are going to need some sort of
hunting rifles.
I mean, marksman rifles more than sniper rifles, but they're going to have a scope, and it's going to be able to travel like 700 yards effectively.
You actually, if you're buff enough, I don't give a fuck. Carry a 50 caliber sniper rifle. Let's go. But
no bipod, just straight up standing.
Yeah. Boom. Now I did say I outlaw automatic weapons, but when you get to 100 times gravity, if you're a guardian, you can walk around with 2 fucking miniguns. Okay? If you're a guardian, you can
fucking
do that.
earned it.
And if you're going out into space...
And honestly, if someone kills you and takes your miniguns, you're a very good guardian.
Yeah. If someone is able to defeat you and you're carrying dual-wielding miniguns, then they are probably a badass. And
they're going to be the new guardian.
They're going to either be the new guardian, or they're going to have all the other guardians trying to kill them because there's somebody we don't need.
Or you'll be killing them.
If I'm still around.
I mean, if they took out a guardian, you're going to be taking them out. If you're still around.
Yeah.
If not, your son will be. Alright, you fucked up. I know I'm just an artist and a manga artist, but you about to die, motherfucker.
I mean, while my son's a kid, I'm going to break a few of the rules, and he's going to go past 10 times gravity.
You're going to be Goku, he's going to be Gohan, you're going to abuse the hell out of him.
I am, and he's going to be a buff motherfucker by the time he gets to decide what he wants to do.
He's going to be a fucking 10-year-old with muscles bigger than mine.
He's going to be ready to be close to a guardian by the time he gets the option. He don't have to choose it, but he's going to be there. And then, if he does choose it, you'll have a really awesome garden. If he doesn't, you'll have a really buff fucking artist or whatever the hell he is.
Damn it, I'm trying to draw, but I keep breaking my pencil. Snap. Fuck.
Oh, good thing we got titanium.
Gently snap. Fuck. Fucking trying to draw, rip through the paper, break the table in half.
Luxuries.
Way up top.
Drugs that you don't grow yourself. If you want, you can grow your own grass.
I mean,
But
you have your property to do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, inside your own little house, do whatever you want.
You can build a meth lab in your house if you want to.
Yeah, put a greenhouse in there, grow your plants, put a workout room, put a room devoted entirely to weird sex stuff.
Drug dealers are gonna have fucking portable iris scanners.
Yeah.
I take card. I take a card.
Yeah.
You ever walk into a drug dealer? I take a card. I take cards too. Hey man, you want some weed? I ain't got no money on me. All I got's a 20. I got change. Pulls out a whole wad of bills. Actually, you know what? I only got my card.
I'm bringing back apothecaries.
Oh God, yes.
So like, instead of going to the drugstore with your prescription, you go to the drugstore. You talk to the apothecary. You tell them what you want, and they'll get out your drug for you. And you will be spending your luxury points on this, unless, of course, it is something you need. Like, if you have a medical condition and you need this medication, whatever it is, then it's provided for you. But if you want to speed up a little bit,
but of course, it's still going to go by the same basic rules as we have now: doctor prescription, but it's free.
Yeah.
Well, if you don't have a prescription for it, you got to spend some luxury on it.
Yeah. If you want to just go buy you a little 8-ball of Coke.
But seriously, I just thought of like the only thing going through my mind right now. Okay, so the Coke industry is doing well. We got a lot of people spending money on that. Should we put up more shops?
Well, I mean, it's just going to be included in the apothecary.
I know, but you said like it's going to tell the basic point of the credits is going to tell the government what people are buying. So you're gonna be like, well, the Coke industry is doing well.
Well, I mean, you're going to expect that, but as long as you keep up with the demand.
I mean, a lot of drugs nowadays are manufactured and grown, so
yeah,
they're all manufactured and grown. So there are people acclimated to do it, whether they're chemists with a science major, but decide to put their hard-earned skills to the test by cooking up meth.
Some blue meth.
Have at it. Some 8 ounces of sweet Mexican black tar heroin. Have at it. Cook that shit up.
However,
Breaking Bad in this bitch. Reference.
Heroin, on the other hand, that personal use maybe, but I don't know. It's kind of risky because you can get people who aren't very smart addicted to that kind of shit. Like, oh, here's a not quite intelligent person. Hey, you want to try this shit? Sure.
Well, see, the thing is, apothecaries are going to be best suited for the distribution of medicine. So it's going to be people who are best suited to be a pharmacist, basically.
Yeah.
And it's going to have age restrictions on some of this shit.
Of course, some things.
So you really don't have to much worry about an eye scan. You can make that also scan their IQ. So if their IQ point is below a certain level, they can't take certain things. Like, you can't take heroin if your IQ is below 120 points. You cannot take marijuana if your IQ... Well, you can take marijuana.
Yeah, but basically make it so if you're smart enough to know not to take it, then you're allowed to.
Exactly. Exactly.
So then everybody...
I shouldn't take this, but I want to. There you go. That would be 7:30.
So then the only people who are getting fucked up on shit that is crazy bad are the people who know that it's crazy bad and they should kind of chillax
and
on.
I mean, no one's really getting tricked into it. I mean, people can go in and spend their luxury credits and then sell it on the side, but they're not making anything off of it.
Yeah.
So why would they?
Yeah.
I mean, they're not making money. They don't have pocket iris scanners to fucking get your credits. So I mean,
and even if they did, it's not going to give them any more credits.
Yeah.
It's just going to take away what you're doing when you spend your credit is you're just depositing what you got for the month. You're just lowering your count. You're removing something that doesn't exist.
And it's not even recirculating. It's just the numbers, how much you're spending is being converted to a 1. That's it. And it's going into a system that says one person bought this item. That's all that's happening.
Yeah.
You're not spending money, really. You're just providing feedback.
Yeah,
every time you buy something, you're providing feedback. That money's
basically,
not
it's
being
just giving you a
recirculated.
limit on your limitless fund.
Pretty much.
Because you can go and get whatever the hell you want anytime you want until you use up all of your luxury points for that month, and then you can't get anything else other than what's automatic.
You'll have your necessities, so you can be broke. You can go spend all your money the first day and be broke all fucking month, and it don't matter because you still got food.
You're still gonna eat. You're still gonna have a place to sleep.
You ain't got to worry about how am I gonna take care of my family. How am I gonna do this?
You're gonna wake up that morning. You're gonna go to work, and you're gonna come home. You're gonna eat, and you're gonna go sleep like you did every other day. Except the only thing is, you're not gonna be able to go out and buy a new TV because you already bought one earlier.
Right. You're not gonna be able to go out and get that fucking Hennessy Venom GT.
Yeah.
God damn it. Imagine that thing with a perpetual motion engine though. Broke the record of a street legal fastest car. The Bugatti Veyron used to hold the record for 268 miles an hour. 268.89. Now it belongs to the fucking Hennessy Venom GT for a whopping 270.49 miles an hour. Got up to 200 miles an hour, 7 seconds faster than the Bugatti Veyron at 14.7 seconds.
Fantastic, and that's a luxury.
Completely off topic, but God, it's so sexy. Anyway, that's beside the point. Back to the topic at hand. I got a total mangasm there. That car though. Anyway.
So.
What are we looking at?
26.
I was about to say we got to be approaching 30 minutes by now.
Yeah, we don't.
We got a good
stretch this out.
We got a good bit of topic though on this one. That's actually going to be it for today, guys. We'll record more later. I'm probably going to split this up between weekends just so that if I don't have a chance to upload anything for the next couple weekends, I'll have something to upload anyway. Because my life is a little bit complicated at the moment with some changes in my living situation and changes in my working situation. I work Monday through Friday now, 3 o'clock till 11. So I don't really have a whole lot of time to myself except on the weekends, and I like to spend those weekends either here or at my house with the people here. So I don't really have a whole lot of opportunity to record shit, and honestly, I'll be 100% honest, I'm kind of lacking in motivation. I'm not getting paid for this, so really this is all for you guys. And as much as I
and for our own amusement.
Yeah, really, it's for our own amusement and you guys. And as much as I want to keep doing this for you guys, at the same time, it's just kind of, what do I even do this for? I guess
just to get my thoughts on it.
Yeah,
and out in the internet.
Don't get me wrong, I really do enjoy doing this, and I would love to one day make a living off of YouTube. That'd be fucking epic. But slim to none.
Yeah.
Slim to none. But yeah, that's going to be it for today, guys. As always, laughter does good like a medicine, so keep watching, keep laughing, and keep living, and look for more interviews with your future king, a.k.a. whatever his name's going to be by then, because he has denounced his name at the moment. So
420 blaze it, man.
Oh, and as one final closing statement, just to put a smile on everyone's face, write down booby trap and say it backwards. Life does good like a medicine, so keep watching, keep laughing, and keep living. Jamatane.